Benny was a donkey. His master was a farmer. Even though the farmer always wished Benny well, Benny never listened to him. One day, the farmer had to travel across a high mountain.
Climbing the mountain has been very tough, Master. I hope it will be easier for us to go down.
But the other side of the mountain was even steeper, and that made going down the mountain even more difficult.
Let's look for a shortcut, Master, and if we find one, we'll be able to go faster.
No, Benny. Let's stick to this path. It will take longer, but we will be much safer.
After some time, Benny and the farmer reached a cliff, and Benny stopped to see what was below.
Ah, there's a meadow down there. It's full of green grass. I can see some bales of golden hay, too. I want to go down immediately and enjoy them all.
Huh? What?
Yes, Master. If I jump off this cliff, we'll reach the meadow in no time.
You'll be very silly if you jump off the cliff, Benny, but I'm not foolish, and so I'll walk down the mountain no matter how long it takes. Goodbye.
And so the farmer walked down the mountain on his own. But Benny decided to jump off the cliff even though the farmer had warned him not to.
1, 2, 3, jump! Eow!
Luckily for Benny, he landed on a bale of hay. He didn't die, but he hurt himself too much.
Ow! I wish I had listened to my master. He wished me well. I'm never going to make the mistake of not listening to him again.
And so, Benny stopped being silly, and he also made sure that he always listened to those who cared about him. Divide and rule. One day, a cow wandered away from the herd unaware toward the lioness. When she came close to the lioness, she suddenly realized that she was far from the herd. The lioness, on seeing the cow scared, reassured her. "Don't be scared, I will not kill you. I just had a very good lunch, so you are safe." The cow heaved a sigh of relief. "Thank you. I was lost in thought, and I didn't realize that I was so far away from the herd." "What were you thinking of?" This way, a conversation started between them, and as days passed by, they became good friends. Months later, the cow introduced her family to the lioness. The young lion and the bull, too, became very good friends. A young jackal, who also lived in this jungle, was waiting for a chance to eat the meat of the lion and the bull. He knew that the only way he could get to eat their meat would be if they killed each other. One day, the young jackal heard the news of the death of the lioness and the cow. He knew that the time had come for him to make his move. He went to the lion.
Now that your parents are not there, the bull thinks he can get rid of you and take your place as the king. I am just warning you to be careful. You will see a change in his attitude.
The lion gave a casual hearing and paid no attention. The jackal went to the bull.
My friend, I just heard the lion saying that you are a coward, that you need him to protect you from other animals.
This enraged the bull, but he controlled his anger and tried not to believe what the jackal said. But the jackal was successful in raising suspicion in both their minds. One day, a fight erupted between the lion and the bull. The lion roared and rushed at the bull. The bull lowered his horns and rushed at the lion. The fight lasted for hours together as they both were very strong. At the end of the lengthy fight, both the bull and the lion were dead. The jackal laughed out loud.
Ah, you fools! You have no faith in your friendship. I divided you by breaking your trust in each other and used it to my advantage. Now I will feast on your flesh for weeks and weeks.
Moral: suspicion is the cancer of friendship.
It was the Saturday after Christmas, and Max and Tammy went for a sleepover to Aunt Mary's house. By late evening, Max couldn't sleep, so Aunt Mary sat by their side as they lay in bed.
Aunt Mary, can you read us this book I got for Christmas?
Yes, sure. She started reading the story. Once upon a time, there were 3 pigs. They lived in a small cottage. Now, in the neighborhood close by lived Mr. Wolf. He always tried to catch them for food. One day, the 3 pigs were walking to market when Mr. Wolf came running by but didn't even notice them. That's strange.
He didn't even notice us. It is very, very strange indeed. He seems to be in some sort of hurry. Let's follow him.
So out of curiosity, the 3 pigs followed Mr. Wolf. The first pig ran fast and then stopped suddenly, nearly throwing the other 2 pigs off their feet. They peeped out from a corner to see him waiting at the bus stop.
Oh, perhaps he is going away and he will never bother us again.
I hope so, but this is very, very strange indeed. I don't think so. Look, there's another wolf getting down from the bus.
Hello, sister. I hope the travel was pleasant. It was his sister, Miss Wolf, who had come to visit him.
Oh, yes, it was.
Her sharp teeth gleaming under the sunlight.
She looks very fierce. Look at her teeth and claws. She must be strong as well.
She looks fine to me. Shall I go over and say hello to her? Oh, no, you will do no such thing.
Giving the second pig a knock on the head.
Let's go home before they eat us up for dinner.
The second pig nearly fell down. The thought of them as dinner scared the 3 of them, and they ran home in fear, nearly tumbling over one another. They were out of breath by the time they reached home.
If they both attack us, what do we do?
We will need to think of a plan to stay alive.
The pigs thought and thought.
Oh, come here. I have a plan.
They spoke about the plan and agreed to try it out.
That's a great plan.
And was quite sure the plan would work out well. The next morning, the 3 pigs went to Mr. Wolf's cottage. Mr. Wolf came out and was surprised to see his prey at the door. "Today is my lucky day," exclaimed Mr. Wolf, his face gleaming with joy.
Who is it, brother?
Mr. Wolf was about to grab the 3 pigs when Miss Wolf appeared at the door.
Wait, these flowers are for you, Sister Wolf.
For me? Why, thank you. These are the most beautiful flowers. You are a guest in this town, so we hope you have an enjoyable stay.
Trying to shake paws with Miss Wolf, but instead caught her sharp nails.
These chocolates are for you, sister.
Handing out some yummy chocolates to Miss Wolf.
How sweet! And this basket of fruits?
It's for you and your brother, Miss Wolf.
Thank you so much. Nobody has ever made me feel so welcome anywhere.
The next day, Miss Wolf went to the pig's cottage with her brother.
Come on, brother. It's time you help my new friends.
Oh, no!
She made Mr. Wolf do all the chores for the 3 pigs. He mended the roof, painted the fence, and even mowed the lawn.
It's my way of saying thank you to my sweet, kind, and charming friends.
Their plan worked. Now the wicked wolf would never again think of attacking the pigs. His sister's generous friends, the pigs, lived happily and without fear.
Rusty the rooster woke up with the sun. He had a good night's sleep on a tree branch.
Good morning, everyone. It's time to rise and shine.
Hello, Rusty.
Huh?
Rusty looked down and saw a red fox. He was standing right under the tree.
Oh, it's that greedy fox. I better be careful or he'll try to eat me like he's eaten my friends.
Rusty ignored the fox, but the fox called out to Rusty again.
I have come to give you some good news. The lion, the king of our forest, made a new rule last night. He wants us all to follow it now.
Rusty didn't trust the fox too much, but he was still very curious.
What is the Lion King's new rule, Mr. Fox?
The Lion King wants all the animals in the forest to be friends. He wants us all to live like brothers and in peace.
Huh?
Yes. And he wants us to celebrate this rule by going to his den together. He's having a breakfast party for all of us there today. So come down, Rusty. We'll go to the Lion King's den together and have breakfast together there.
Suddenly, some dogs barked in the distance, and the fox was very startled. Well, he was very afraid of dogs, for dogs always chased and troubled him.
Dogs! Oh no!
Rusty noticed how afraid the fox was, and so he used the chance to see if the fox was trying to trick him and eat him.
Mr. Fox, I'm really happy to hear about this new rule. I'd love to join you for breakfast, but let's invite the dogs to join us. They can come with us to the Lion King's den, and we can all have breakfast together.
The fox grew very uncomfortable now.
Are the dogs anywhere nearby, Rusty? Can you see them from your branch?
Rusty couldn't see the dogs anywhere nearby, but he decided to trick the fox in turn.
Yes, they are. In fact, they're coming this way now.
Yikes!
The fox was so scared that he turned around and ran as fast as he could.
Where are you going, Mr. Fox?
No! The dogs will shatter me into pieces.
But you said the Lion King wants all the animals in the forest to be friends, and that he wants us all to live like brothers, also in peace, without troubling each other.
Yes, but I guess the dogs are not aware of this new rule.
Rusty had a good laugh after the fox ran away. He realized that the fox had been tricked easily, and that was because he used to trick everyone else.
On a fine Sunday morning, in a land far away, lived 2 children, Max and Tammy. The boy and girl were playing on a swing in the garden outside their house. They were both waiting for their favorite aunt, Mary. They had made this plan of going for a picnic with her almost a month back. And now, finally, the day had arrived. They were so engrossed in their play that when they heard a loud beep, they got startled. It was Aunt Mary in her flashy yellow car.
Aunt Mary! Aunt Mary!
They shouted in excitement.
Can we go for the picnic now?
Yes, let's go for a picnic, children.
Yippee! We're going to have so much fun.
Jumping up with joy.
But where are we going?
You know, when I was about the same age as yours, I used to go to Rumble Tumble Hill for a picnic.
Rumble Tumble Hill? Where is it? And why do they call it Rumble Tumble Hill? Does it rumble like Max's stomach?
Oh no, come, let's find it for ourselves. Both Max and Tammy were overjoyed as they zoomed off in their aunt's car all the way to Rumble Tumble Hill. They soon reached the foot of the hill. Then they climbed up the lush green hill until they reached the top. There were bushes everywhere. Aunt Mary walked to a clearing. Look here, children, a perfect spot for keeping our goodies. Spotting a place where there was a bench.
Goodies? Oh no, we forgot to carry the picnic goodies.
Don't you worry, children. Here it is. Ta-da! Showing the backpack as if by magic. She carried the backpack all the way to the top of the hill.
Oh, Aunt, you think of everything.
Aunt Mary opened the backpack and gave the children sandwiches.
Hey, this is our favorite sandwich.
Not just that, I have a surprise for you guys as well. Both the children looked on curiously as Aunt Mary took out a huge, dark chocolate cake from her bag.
This is the biggest chocolate cake I have ever seen.
Aunt Mary was very happy that they liked the goodies. Great! Now all we need is a cup of hot tea, she said, digging into her bag for a matchbox. Where could the matchbox have gone? I'm sure I put it in my bag. Max and Tammy tried being helpful.
Don't worry, Aunt Mary. We know how to light a fire. We just need a few sticks.
The children gathered a few sticks on the ground. Max rubbed the sticks against each other. He blew so hard that it made Tammy cough. Then, suddenly, the sticks shook.
Tammy, did you see that? The sticks, they shook. Of course, they will shake if you blow so hard.
Then, the ground below their feet shook.
Tammy, did you hear that rumble? And it's surely not my stomach.
The rumbling grew louder, and out of the bushes jumped a fierce-looking dragon. Max and Tammy held on tightly to Aunt Mary's hands. She was not surprised at all. In fact, she was happy to see the dragon. She consoled the children. Don't be afraid. He's a friendly dragon. He won't harm you. The dragon roared loudly and with its fire lit the sticks on the ground. Then Aunt Mary kept the pot of water on the burning sticks. The dragon purred as he drank tea with them. Max and Tammy looked on in surprise. They could not believe that a dragon would be so friendly. He even burped loudly when he finished. Then, seeing the cake in Aunt Mary's hand, he came closer, shaking his tail in happiness.
Would you like to have cake?
The dragon's mouth started watering. He came to sniff Tammy's plate.
Oh no, you are not eating my cake.
Max gave his cake to the dragon. The dragon swallowed it in one gulp and disappeared into the bushes. He came back again with some shiny stones and gave them to the children. It looks like the dragon likes you two. The children returned home happily, admiring their gifts given by their new friend.
Long ago in the forest, there lived a fox. He always enjoyed making fun of other animals. One day, a beautiful crane happened to visit the forest. In a short time, he became very friendly with other animals in the forest. As the fox came to know about it, He got really jealous of the crane. He soon started to work out a plan to trick the crane. Next day, when the crane was alone, the fox slowly approached her and spoke politely. "Hello, friend. I heard about your visit to our forest. I'm glad to invite you for a lunch with me tomorrow." The crane was very pleased with the fox. She accepted the offer. Next day, she went to the fox's house. As they sat down for lunch, the fox served her a delicious soup. The crane's mouth watered, but alas, she could not even taste the soup with her long beak, as it was served in a flat plate. The wicked fox laughed at the poor crane and drank up all the delicious soup. The crane got very angry and decided to teach the fox a lesson. She politely invited the fox to her house. The next day, as the fox sat down for food, the wise crane served the food in a long vessel. The crane happily finished her food. The hungry fox, on the other hand, kept looking at the crane enjoy her delicious food. The fox thus realized that doing wicked things to others will be rewarded the same way. From then on, he decided not to make fun of others. The bitter gets bitten.